But we had gone deeper down the Amazon rabbit hole. That was,
look at the size of that thing.
Yeah.
My God.
People that told me that they found a 60-foot anaconda.
Gigantic, humongous, or enormous.
Is the creature in the video some kind of relic species, some extremely large cousin of the Titanoboa that somehow survived? And when the Amazonian tribespeople described Boyuna, the serpent river god, but they've really been talking about something real.
All these become mere words when it comes to the monsters of the Amazon.
A picture exploding on social media has a lot of you talking and asking, is this for real? Check this out.
Slithering through the murky waters and emerging right in front of people. Here are the 20 largest Amazon creatures that nobody knew existed. The astonishment of these fishermen is justified, because it's not every day that they stumble upon a gigantic serpent like this. I mean, look at it! This majestic creature was lurking in their nets. It was a massive eel, actually, a creature rarely seen in such proportions. Its imposing size and unfamiliar appearance initially triggered fear among these people who encountered it. However, it was all set once the serpent was declared lifeless. Now, some claim that it was a giant electric eel, while the biggest eel that was ever captured was determined to be 8 feet long and looked almost half of this creature. The only explanation that is left is that it was a great abaya, a mythological eel that is believed to inhabit the great depth of fresh waters. If you've got any other explanations, let me know. Snake encounter. Be careful when you dive into the Amazon River, because you never know what might appear. These divers went into the river to explore different animals and encountered a huge anaconda that was 5 meters long and weighed 250 pounds. It was just calmly floating in front of them. They were not scared by its size, nor the anaconda was disturbed by their presence. Its tail and head were moving from one corner to another. They observed it carefully and then returned. But their courage deserves full credit, because not everyone can do such a thing. Huge croc arrival. The tourists were exploring this river when a huge crocodile decided to accompany them. However, perhaps the crocodile was hungry, and one of the tourists understood this. He dangled a piece of meat on a fishing rod to tease it, pulling it up just out of reach. When he teased it again and lowered the meat, this time the crocodile grabbed the meat in its mouth and went back into the water. Giant centipede. The Amazon giant centipede, found in South America's rainforests, is a big centipede, growing up to a foot long. When it grows, it sheds its hard outer skin. But here's the interesting part. After shedding, it often eats its old skin. This might seem odd, but it's a way for it to recycle nutrients like chitin to help harden its new skin. This also reduces waste and could hide evidence from predators. Despite this strange habit, the centipede plays a vital role in the ecosystem by hunting insects and spiders, which helps keep the rainforest in balance. Massive anaconda. A wildlife explorer, while exploring the woods, spotted a huge anaconda moving through the woods as if it was looking for something to eat. Then it climbed a tree, and another snake followed it, which turned out to be a big mistake. The anaconda tried to eat the snake, but luckily, it managed to escape. After this behavior, the man thought it was best to leave the area, because you can't trust a hungry anaconda. The Great Argus. These YouTubers went into a forest with a plan to capture the Great Argus bird. They set up a trap, and within a few minutes, the bird got caught in it. If you don't know about it, let me tell you, it's quite an impressive bird, especially the males with their striking feathers, including eye-shaped patterns on their wings.
Besarnya guys.
The Great Argus is known for its large size among pheasants, with males reaching lengths of over 2 meters when including their ornate tail feathers. However, instead of keeping the bird, they released it back to a safe spot, which was a kind act.
Sama-sama guys, kita rilis 1, 2, 3. Oke, mantap.
Hammer-headed. If you think that this is some kind of alien-like worm, let me tell you, You're wrong, because it's actually a hammer-headed worm, often called bipalium worms. It's a flatworm with a distinctive flat and narrow body and a hammer-shaped head. It's usually found in a damp place like a garden or forest, where there's lots of decaying plant matter. The worm is carnivorous, which means it eats other animals. Its favorite food is earthworms. When it finds an earthworm, it uses its body and sticky secretions to catch and immobilize it before eating. Welcomed by Anaconda. A man went out to explore the Amazon River, and guess what was his first encounter? A huge anaconda! It swam right under his boat, and it was quite large. But fortunately, the man remained calm, as he was not bothered by its presence at all. Well, I think he knew it was coming. If you venture into the Amazon for exploration, encounters with such giants are part of the welcome. The man didn't disturb the anaconda and quietly moved on from the area. Catching huge anaconda. These wildlife experts were going to explore the jungle when a big anaconda appeared in their path, but it was not an issue for them.
Whoa! Whoa!
They skillfully handled the extremely active snake. And those of you who don't know, an active snake is equivalent to a starving snake. They're fast when they're looking for a meal. Therefore, the experts didn't hold on to it for too long and gently released it back into the water, where it hopefully found something to eat. Most powerful eel. The Amazon River is home to various dangerous eels, and recently, scientists made some significant discoveries about the most dangerous eels found there. Experts used to believe that there was only one type of eel, but now they've discovered 3 different types. Among these, one can deliver shocks of up to 860 volts, whereas the previously known most dangerous eel could only reach up to 650 volts. The experts suggest that these eels evolved to produce stronger shocks because the water they live in does not conduct electricity well. This adaptation likely helps them to effectively stun prey and defend against predators in their unique environment. Huge gator. The fishermen were heading out in their boat for fishing when they spotted a giant crocodile along the water's edge, and it came into the water as they watched. Now, I know the video quality isn't great, but take a close look at how huge this monster crocodile is. Luckily, it turned out to be a gentle giant, swimming alongside them without causing any harm. What's remarkable about this giant crocodile is that its size keeps increasing throughout its life, suggesting that it was quite old. Giant fish. I know that the Amazon River is home to many types of scary fish, and people mostly think of piranhas, but the arapaima is no less of a giant. These experts were exploring different types of fish in the Amazon River, and after a long struggle, they managed to catch a monster, an arapaima. It was about 2.5 meters long and weighed 400 pounds. Yet, it turned out to be a gentle giant that didn't cause them much trouble. They observed it and then released it back into the water, which was a kind act.
Is that a beautiful fish or what?
That is fed.
This is gonna be...
Biggest catfish of Amazon. The fisherman from England came to the Amazon River with the aim of catching a huge fish. He'd been trying for a long time to make a big catch, and finally, he succeeded in catching a huge red-tail catfish. It was 1.35 meters long and weighed 99 pounds. It is quite famous in the Amazon River and is commonly found there. Its notable features are its huge size and distinctive red tail. The fisherman didn't keep it for too long. After taking some pictures, he released it back into the water. Amazon's biggest eel. Experts know how to handle any fish, no matter how dangerous it is. A fisherman came here to observe the special behavior of these eels and caught a huge one on his fishing rod. It was almost 2 to 3 meters long and weighed around 40 to 50 pounds. He wanted to let it go, but he knew that if he touched it, he'd get a shock and would never try to catch any eel again. So he simply used a piece of wood to remove the bait from its mouth, and it went back into the water. Later, he used a camera to observe it underwater and saw how gracefully it was swimming. It truly was a giant one. Giant salamander. What do you think it is? A huge lizard or weird fish? Let me tell you about it. It's a salamander, a type of amphibian that looks like a small lizard with slimy skin. It's unique because it has moist skin and spends most of its time near water. It can be found in forests, near ponds, or under rocks in damp areas. Some salamanders have lungs to breathe air, while others absorb oxygen through their skin and the lining of their mouth. One of the coolest things about a salamander is its ability to regenerate lost body parts. If a salamander loses a limb, or even part of its tail, it can grow it back. Rarest creature. Let's talk about the Uroplatus fantasticus, also known as the Satanic leaf-tailed gecko. This little guy is a master of camouflage and belongs to a group of lizards known for its leaf-like appearance with rough edges and patterns that make it almost impossible to spot among forest debris. It prefers to come out at night because that's when it's most active. During the day, it hides on tree branches, looking just like a leaf to stay safe from birds and snakes. What's really spooky about this gecko is its big, eerie eye that seems to glow in the dark forest. It gives it a mysterious look, like something out of a horror movie. Giant spider. The Amazon giant spider, like the Goliath bird eater, is a big tarantula found in the Amazon rainforest. It's known for its huge size, with a body that can be over 4 inches long and legs that stretch out even further. Despite its name, it doesn't usually eat birds, but goes after insects and small creatures instead. It's covered in thick, dark hairs that help protect it and sense what's going on around it. It's active at night and spends a lot of time on the forest floor, hunting for food or hiding in burrows. Even though it looks scary, its venom isn't too harmful to people. Instead, it defends itself by flicking irritating hairs if they feel threatened. Rabbit spider. When you see this strange-looking bunny harvest man, you might think a mad scientist put a rabbit's head onto a set of spindly spider legs, but it's actually part of the harvest man species, which includes the docile daddy longlegs. Even though they have 8 legs like spiders, members of the harvest man species are not classified as spiders. Pictures of this unusual critter have caused a debate on social media about whether it looks cute or creepy and whether the top half of its body resembles a rabbit or a dog. Weird discovery. This man spotted a strange, small creature in the Amazon forest, but couldn't identify it. But my research tells me it was a pus caterpillar. They're also known as southern flannel moth caterpillars, and it will be hard for you to believe this, but this caterpillar is quite a dangerous insect, which usually inhabits parts of North and South America. Despite its name and furry appearance resembling a tiny, fluffy cat, it's one of the most venomous caterpillars around.
Probably me peeing myself.
It's covered in soft, dense hairs that resemble fur, giving it a cute and harmless appearance. However, these hairs conceal venomous spines that can cause severe pain and reactions if touched.
I mean, I reckon this is a caterpillar, right?
Peanut bug. The oddly shaped peanut bug refers to a type of insect known as a tree hopper, specifically the peanut head bug. This unique insect gets its name from its distinctive appearance, which resembles a peanut or a thorn. It's a small insect found in various parts of the world, particularly in tropical regions. The snout is used for piercing and sucking fluid from plants, which is how a tree hopper feeds. When threatened, it defends itself by showing big, yellow, fake eyes on its back wings to scare away any attackers. It can also release a bad-smelling substance to deter them. This helps the bug stay safe from harm. Wild tapir. The South American tapir is a large mammal found in various parts of South America, including the Amazon rainforest and surrounding areas. It's known for its distinctive appearance, with a stout body, short legs, and a prehensile snout or proboscis. It has a thick, dark brown coat that helps it blend into its forest environment. Despite being relatively big, it's a shy and elusive animal, often solitary or found in small family groups. It faces threats from habitat loss and hunting, making conservation efforts important for its survival in the wild. Rarest tree hopper. Basidium is a genus of insect belonging to the family Basididae, commonly known as the twisted wing parasite. This insect is relatively small and is often found in tropical regions of Central and South America. It is known for its distinct appearance, characterized by an elongated body and wings that are modified and twisted in shape. It is an ancient type of bug. Huge, creepy insect. The huge Hercules Katy is a super-sized insect that looks like something out of a monster movie. It's actually one of the largest species of katydids in the world, with some individuals reaching sizes of over 6 inches long. It is found in tropical forests of Central and South America, where it lives high up in the trees. What makes it so impressive is its massive, muscular leg that resembles those of Hercules, hence their name. This leg is used for gripping onto branches and leaves as it moves through the treetops. Coming across a Hercules katydid in the wild can be an amazing experience, showing how diverse and well-adapted insects are in tropical rainforests. Pink dolphin. The pink river dolphin, also known as the boto or Amazon river dolphin, is a mysterious and enchanting creature that inhabits the waters of the Amazon River basin. What makes it so captivating? It's not just its distinctive pink coloration, which sets it apart from others, but also its deep connection to local folklore and myths. Legend has it that it has magical powers and can transform into a handsome human at night, luring unsuspecting people into the river. Its unique appearance and mystical reputation make encountering the pink river dolphin a thrilling and unforgettable experience in the heart of the Amazon. But beyond the myths, it's a highly intelligent and social species. The Amazon river turtle. The Amazon river turtle, also known as the Arau turtle, is a majestic and ancient creature that dwells in the vast rivers of the Amazon rainforest. What makes it so captivating? Well, it's not just its impressive size and armored shell. It's also its remarkable nesting behavior that captivates those who encounter it. It's one of the largest freshwater turtles in South America. It can grow quite big, with some individuals reaching over 3 feet in length, and they have a smooth, flat shell and powerful limbs, adapted for swimming in the river's currents. Conservation efforts are essential to safeguard the future of this ancient species. Ants hustle. Have a look at these leafcutter ants. They've got a real hustle happening in the forest every single day. Billions of them hit the trails, following chemical signals like mini highways to reach their favorite trees. They face traffic jams from fallen leaves, but special workers quickly clear the path. When they reach their target trees, it's like climbing Mount Everest for these ants. They use lightning-fast jaws to slice leaves into pieces, then haul them back to their underground nest, a trek they complete in about an hour. These ants are all about efficiency and teamwork, making their forest life truly remarkable. Snake's tree. Many people get scared just by looking at a bunch of snakes, but these friends were different. They were exploring the woods when they heard a strange noise near a tree. When they looked inside a hole in the tree, they found some snakes there. This wasn't an ordinary tree. It was a 100-year-old palm tree. Surprisingly, they cut it down, and inside they found not just 1 or 2 snakes, but almost 7 or 8 snakes living inside. They were incredibly brave. They picked up each one by one, put them in a bag, and took them along with them. Huge gator. This tourist was surely a wildlife expert, because not everyone can handle such a giant creature so perfectly. He spotted a gator swimming from a distance, then smoothly called it over. After it approached and revealed its hidden length, the gator turned out to be nearly 4.5 meters long, which is huge compared to the normal size that's usually 3.4 meters. But still not afraid of the giant, the dude gave it a piece of meat before it went on its way. Muntjac deer. Let me tell you now about the muntjac deer. This little guy is like the stealthy ninja of the forest. It's a small deer with an adorable face and big, doe-like eyes. But don't let its cuteness fool you. It's tough and rare, and also known as the barking deer because it makes a barking sound when alarmed, which is, let's face it, quite unique for a deer. It's an expert at sneaking through dense vegetation, thanks to its small size and agile movements. One fascinating thing about muntjac deer is how it likes to keep to itself and stay hidden in dense forests. Amazon dart frog. The dart frog, also known as the poison dart frog or poison arrow frog, is a fascinating little creature one might find in the lush tropical rainforests of Central and South America. What makes it so captivating? That'd be its vibrant colors and patterns which warn predators. But here's the twist. If you raise a dart frog in captivity and feed it different bugs, it might lose its toxic edge. It's a daytime adventurer and expert climber, making its home in leaf litter and cozy, damp spots. It's always on the lookout for small bugs and critters to munch on in its vibrant rainforest playground. And now, let us move on to our subscriber pick of the day. This image was sent to us by a subscriber. Similarly, if you ever wish to know more about an image you come across, just send it to us. Who knows, we might even feature it in one of our videos. Anacondas are indeed big and can give off scary vibes due to their impressive size, but the one I'm going to show you will be the biggest one. Have a look. This huge anaconda was so massive that its length almost matches the width of the river, even if it was not fully stretched.
Essa é grande, viu?
When it came up to the surface, its enormous size became very clear. I don't know how long this giant one has been living there, but it's unlike anything I've ever seen before. Rumors suggest it's been here for hundreds of years, adding to the Amazon River's mysterious and intimidating reputation.